Okay, so that's bars. This is where it gets deep for me because this is like that kind of more advanced level of the game that I think a lot of guys really get confused. It's really easy to me to understand the Mr. Goodbar. It's really easy to understand, like that kind of stuff. When you get into the masked man and then moving on into the nice guy, I think that's where a lot of guys get tripped up, right? Because now it's like, all right, I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought both of these guys, it seems like they both suffer from the same problem. Like they thought they were doing the right thing. So the masked man is building up all of this inventory. He's got the nice rings and the look and the job and all that stuff. And he thought he's doing it right. And to an extent he is. He's getting what he wants on the surface. But in the long run, is he keeping these girls? And the same thing, the good guy thought, I'm charming these women, I'm taking them out, I'm doing all this stuff because I think that's what they want, because they keep saying this is what they want.
Yeah.
And yet, for some reason, why am I not getting this girl to stick with me? So what's your take on that? You think they're kind of in like similar lanes in a certain way?
Yeah, masked men and nice guys really are. Let me go a little deeper with y'all. On a subconscious level, both of their sex drives are repressed.
Wow.
They don't have, like, one thing about the good bars and even the gamesmen, their sex drives are more out there. They don't have any, their biggest thing is just keeping theirs like under control enough just to deal in society. The masked men and the nice guys tend to be sexually repressed. So it's like when women are dealing with them, is not the same sexual energy they feel from Mr. Goodbar. Now, like I said, the masked man, he actually has to have some decent looks. He has to have it. And he has to have a little bit extra money. He has to have the look. He can't be one of those, he got to make sure his clothes, his style is tight. And even then, the woman, she's more looking at that social status and stuff. And you'll find that with 92s. Like, he could get a man, let's be real, a man could get a ratchet without anything. She just got to like how he looks.
Yeah.
But when you deal with those more higher class, with the professionals or the women, they looking for a little bit of money, they will sit there and say, well, where'd you go to school? What you doing? They looking at that more. So he appeals to them. Now, let's be clear about the 92s, the 100s, and the 89s. They will still get with a good bar on the low. But if he's just a regular, like, I don't know, office worker or, delivery guy, or even if he don't really have a job, they ain't going to be out in public with him. They can't take him to those parties and stuff like that. Right. This got to be a guy that they can take out with them socially. So that's the important thing.
Yeah, actually, let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. You're familiar with Tyler Perry's movie, Daddy's Little Girl, Idris Elba.
Yes, that's a perfect example. Yeah. Because, that woman, she was feeling him, but her friends were like, oh, he's just a mechanic and stuff. So he was kind of that good bar type to her, but he wasn't the masked man. When women see that type, especially when they bougie, yeah, they might be turned on and stuff, but that'd be the situation there. They'll deal with them in the sexual shadow world. Like, you got a lot of those women at that level, those 92s, they'll get into sex parties and everything, but the first thing, they make sure that guy be quiet. And they might look at him and say, hey, you see me walking down the street, act like you don't know me. But then they'll marry the masked man. They'll marry him and have his baby and everything. And he got enough, they have good sex.
He got the resources, yeah.
Yeah, he got the resources. I mean, that's just a reality. That's just a reality with some women. I mean, I always say you can beat money, but it works, but you don't want what you get, because as soon as that money dry up or there's any difference, the woman's out. That's why I'm like, I ain't big on it. I want that woman to mess with me if I'm just doing something mean.
Well,
because then she like me for me. Because the mask, she's in love with the mask.
Facts. I'm sorry. I'm glad you brought that up. I just wanted to real quick bring up the segue into the gem of what I think is the entire book for me. Is you brought in, so you started with the 4 types, and then you said, let me throw in this 5th type, which kind of like correlated to me, almost like the story of like the death of Superman. You know, like when like Superman died, and then he had these 4 different types of Superman, but they wasn't quite Superman. Like the real man. Like I was really feeling that because what's your take on the real man? What is it about the real man that separates him and elevates him over the rest of these archetypes?
Well, see, each of these archetypes on a deeper level represent something different that a man can bring to the table. The real man is the man who incorporates all 4. So he can still be Mr. Goodbar and knock it out the box, have women going crazy, but then he can also go out and handle his business, handle the money every day. He can still get that creativity which gamesmen have, because they be lying and doing all that stuff, but that's creative. But if you use it in a positive way, that can help you. And then he can do what the nice guy does. The nice guy is great for dealing with the kids and, buying the woman some nice things when she earns it. He's great for that. And so what that guy is, what coming up, we would call that just a thorough brother.
Right.